Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I'm George. We're all George. Welcome to another market open stream. It is Thursday, and it does seem like we have one major manipulator, one major seller out of the game. That's Jane Street. So, does that mean the Bitcoin bulls are back? Does that mean Bitcoin and crypto is ready to bounce? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about everything else that's going on in the world today. All right, let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're starting out a day at 68,000, which is good. Not as high as yesterday. We hit 69.5. But we are holding above that support line, that 66.8, which is really good. Right? And ever since a few days ago, we've been it's just a day. It was not even a few days. Just ever since a day ago, it seems like we have gotten some momentum back. And a 10 a.m. dip is gone. Right? Is it really because of Jane Street? It's looking more and more like it is. I'll get to that in a little bit. The U.S. market is opening up mixed today. NASDAQ and S&P slightly down. Dow is up. Yesterday was actually a really good day. Today I was hoping NASDAQ would be carried by Nvidia because they reported after hours yesterday, and as expected, they blew away the numbers. I don't see why anyone ever bets against Nvidia, though they're starting out the day at negative 2%. Overall fourth quarter revenue, 68 billion versus 66 with estimates, and total revenue climbed 73% from a year ago. There's no other company right now that continues to see 50% growth year over year, let alone 70%. And we're talking about the biggest company on the planet already that's still beating its own revenue by 70% year over year. That's insane. And yet there's still people that are doubting Nvidia. It makes no sense. No sense to me. Anyways, it doesn't seem like this is helping Nvidia today or the tech market, but maybe it's just a morning fake out. We have seen many of those before in the past. Now, any economic data today? We got jobless claims, no biggie, coming actually better than expected, under estimates, 212,000 versus 215,000. So nothing really big. We do have vice chair that's testifying in front of Congress. I don't know what for, but tomorrow will be big. Tomorrow's when we get another inflation reading. We get PPI and core PPI, and that could definitely move things. And you know what? Tomorrow is the last day of February. Whenever you have the last Friday of a month come up, you're going to get some volatility because of the futures expiration, options expirations, and all this stuff. So tomorrow will be interesting. Will be really interesting. We'll see. Going back to crypto yesterday, really good. 500 million inflow back into Bitcoin. ETH, 157 million. XRP, not so much at 3 million. But look at this. Sol got a staggering 31 million. So their overall inflow has just been going up, despite the last few weeks where most of these ETFs saw outflows. Solana saw small inflows, and yesterday was huge. So now they're almost up to 1 billion. They're getting close to the XRP ETFs inflows. So yesterday was a good day, right? Like I said, with Wall Street, they're very reactionary. They react to things. Well, at least some are, some aren't. But for the most part, when they see FOMO, they FOMO in too. It's just that simple. And when there's FUD and everyone else selling, they're selling. I mean, it's just like, that's how it is. But it's important to remember all these outflows that we've been seeing is such a small percentage, very, very, very small percentage of the overall inflow the cumulative inflow, the total. So it's not like everyone's panicking. It's not like everyone's dumping. Otherwise, we'll see billions upon billions outflow every week. We're not seeing that. In fact, this number is actually staying pretty steady. It hasn't really moved from our all-time high. So very, very positive. Now, going back to this, Jane Street. For the last 2 days, we did not see a 10 a.m. drop. Okay? A lot of people for a long time were wondering why at 10 a.m. it seemed like clockwork, we just get a whole big dump happen. Okay? Now that Jane Street is actually sued for a couple things. Number one, they're being sued for the collapse of Terra Luna. Two, they're getting sued for manipulating Bitcoin. They have deleted their entire X timeline. They just delete all their posts. Well, I'm pretty sure X is going to be subpoenaed. Just because you delete it doesn't mean that it's gone forever. Okay. So it does seem like, of course, these are allegations, innocent until proven guilty. But a lot of people have done a lot of homework and looked at how things were flowing and who was doing what at what time. And people pretty good at investigating, and they identified it's Jane Street, right? So this is the theory. And what's also, I guess, plausible that Jane Street has been doing this is because in India, they were doing this too. They were doing something with Indian markets, and they did it at the 10 a.m. time, and they caused a whole bunch of chaos. And that's why they actually have $500 million seized by the Indian government for manipulating their markets. So they have a history of this. And it's shocking that due to what they have done before, they're willing to do it again somewhere else. So this could be really, really bad. If they are found manipulating the Bitcoin market, which is a real market now, it's not like just a small market. It's a real market with billions upon billions of dollars traded and protected by the SEC and CFTC, and with a pro crypto stance from the White House and Trump. This could be very, very bad for them. Very bad for them. But anyways, this is supposedly their playbook. They take the billions of dollars from their investors, not their own. Okay. They would buy a ton of Bitcoin on spot. They would open massive shorts via options or derivatives, and then sell massive amount of Bitcoin to cause the dip, and then make up for it with those short positions, right? And then rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, and keep going. So it makes a whole lot of sense. This is a problem when you have like the short side. This is why I've always hated shorting Bitcoin or shorting anything in crypto, is because this could happen. If someone has enough money, they can purposely dump an entire market and still profit from their short positions, right? Anyways, we'll see. We'll see if they get investigated. I mean, right now, these lawsuits are just like, what do you call it? They're not criminal ones. They're civil lawsuits, right? But I'm pretty sure someone at the SEC or CFTC is noticing this, and they may open up official investigation, and that would be disastrous for the company, considering they have a history of doing this in other markets. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But does that mean the bulls are back? Could be. I mean, we've been seeing this 10 a.m. manipulation for so long, right? Every time it seems like we have some sort of momentum, we get knocked right back down. And there are times where the U.S. market is thriving and skyrocketing. Obviously, we've seen it with gold and silver for a while. We haven't seen it with Bitcoin. Is it all due to Jane Street? Probably not, but maybe they played a huge role. You know, maybe there's others, of course. Exchanges that start with a B. Market makers that that start with a B use. You know, there's a lot of things that's in this space, right? We don't know. Anthony Pagliano says Bitcoin will continue to compound 20 to 30% over the next few years. I agree. I think the old annualized return, if you look at it going from the beginning to now, it's like 120, 140% annualized returns. I think we're not going to be able to keep that up. We're to a point where we're so big we can't meet that anymore. But 20 to 30 years over, say, the next 5 years, and usually you gain the most towards then, I think that's very possible, especially now, seeing where we are, you know, in the 60s. It's very easy for us to double and go back to 126 because that's where we were just 4 or 5 months ago. So we'll see. And that's not Anthony Pagliano, by the way. That's just an interviewer. But Pagliano has been around for quite some time. Been going to CNBC, defending Bitcoin, debated Kevin Leary. I mean, he's a big Bitcoin bull. Citibank said that they're going to integrate Bitcoin this year. So again, you adopt or you're going to become ancient, right? So this is part of the growing fundamentals. Besides Jane Street manipulating things possibly, I've been focusing on fundamentals, right? You guys know that. That's my thing. And the fundamentals of Bitcoin is definitely getting better because you could just see it. The maturity, the regulations, right? Who's coming in, who's adopting, all these things. Good stuff. Good stuff. Even though we're not friends of banks, we're not friends with JP Morgan or Citibank or whatever bank, right? They're all doing it because they have to. They have to adopt. And plus, they're greedy and they want to make money too. They don't want to be the only bank sitting on the sidelines that's not involved. Standard Chartered, their CEO, very, very bullish on Bitcoin. He seems to be legit. And obviously, you have large asset managers like BlackRock and Fidelity that's involved as well. And here's one. Out of nowhere, there's a mysterious Hong Kong firm that has $500 million in IBIT shares. And no one knows who they are. Just came out of the blue. And the only reason we know is because they filed a Form 13F with SEC. And according to this article, they are the largest new shareholder. So again, we have a lot of mysterious people or companies out there that just randomly come up. Not everyone is like Sailor. Not everyone's like MicroStrategy where they just declare they bought a whole bunch of Bitcoin or Bitcoin ETFs. A lot of people keep it private. And more of these companies are coming out. Not by choice, by force. Revealing that they have large stakes in Bitcoin and crypto. So think about that. Part of the fundamentals that I've been talking about. South Korea's national pension fund just revealed buying $80 million worth of MicroStrategy. Again, this is their national pension fund, right? Not just some pension fund. This is the country's pension fund getting involved. Awesome. 3 companies add MicroStrategy's strike to the treasury. You're talking about some big company, Prevalent Energy, Anchorage Digital, and Brazilian Bitcoin treasury firm Orange BTC. So again, people love Bitcoin, they love strategy, and they love Bitcoin ETFs. You got to get that through your head. That's why us long-term holders, we're not afraid. You hear this, you know the fundamentals are great. It's not getting better. I mean, it's not getting worse. And we will get through this. We might be in a mini crypto winter, but we're certainly closer to bottom than we are to top. And now we got one of the biggest manipulators out, Jane Street. We can finally recover and bounce back, right? I know we're oversold. The charts and metrics show that. We are ready to bounce. Here's another one. Renewable energy giant, Engie. They're going to mine Bitcoin. One way or another, everyone's going to get involved, okay? One way or another, everyone's going to get involved. This is a surprise. Buy Bitcoin searches hit 5-year high. 5-year high. You would figure right now, no one would be searching for Bitcoin, right? But no, there are a lot of people that do. So, awesome. Awesome. What else? What else is there? Let's see. Spot demand is coming back up. Could be related to that Google search. You can see the green after all that red from December. Look at the green is back. Green is back. And then what else? This is just showing bottoms. Bottom 2015, 2018, 2020, 2022, 2026 bottom. We are as oversold, okay, as crypto winter bottom. So get that through your head. We're as low and as oversold as 2015, 2018, 2020, 2022. And what happened after those periods? Obviously. And the last few things. Here's one that shows Bitcoin versus gold. This is I don't know. This is actually a shitty chart, but it's showing a divergence on top there. It's hard to see. So right now we know gold has outperformed Bitcoin for the last year, I would say. But that divergence is basically saying, you know what? Bitcoin is bound to have that rebound. Going back to ETH, 16,000 ETH sold. 38 million. It's not that bad. 38 million out of whatever they are at is really not that bad. And is he selling it because he wants a $38 million mansion? No. No. He's doing it because he needs the funds to improve Ethereum, to make it even greater, right? So that's good. That's what you want from a founder. You don't want them to be sailing off to the sunset. You want them to continue to grow their baby and improve upon it. And that seems like what Vitalik is doing. So that's good. Lastly, we know that, or a lot of people were following this, ZachXBT, he kind of pre-announced that he was going to reveal someone or a company that's been doing insider trading. It turns out that company is Axon. And there's this guy named Brooke Bauer. And he goes into here. You know what's funny about this whole thing is, you know, he goes into this complete like investigation, and then Polymarket responds with this 36% chance Axon launches a token this year. I thought that was brilliant. You would figure someone like Polymarket would not care about this, but they do. And we had an event. We had an event for this on Clash Picks as well. And people that picked Axiom made a lot of Clash or Soul. We had it up there too. Yep. All right. That is pretty much it. Let's do some Q&A. Uh, 10 a.m. dump loading. Let's see, 9 minutes. Today, the overall market isn't doing good. Today, everything's, not everything. NASDAQ is going down. Oops. Pull up the chart for MicroStrategy real quick. It's down 2% today. Coinbase, down 0.71%. Nvidia, I mean, this is what doesn't make sense with the market. Okay, Nvidia had a spectacular quarter. Huge quarter. 70+% revenue year over year. Yet they're down almost 4%. Tends to happen a lot. And they didn't give bad guidance either. So Wall Street sometimes they like to sell the news, right? Buy the rumor, sell the news. But like with Nvidia, I don't know. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Clash is still doing well, holding at 36 million. We were almost at 40. We were at 40, but then, of course, there's some mysterious whale that sold off like 80K worth, 60 or 80K, but the community ate it up again. You always had these like mysterious whales that just come out of nowhere and just like dump the whole thing. I'm like, okay. It's like we have positive momentum. It's almost like Jane Street. It's almost like they're doing it on purpose to like try to keep us low while they're accumulating. But there's no like leverage for a Clash, so it doesn't even make a whole lot of sense. If you can only hold 5 tokens, what would they be? Bitcoin. It's pretty easy. Bitcoin, ETH, Sol, XRP, and Clash. Those would be the 5. If I can only hold 5, it would be those 5. $10 a.m. is in 5 minutes, okay? It's 10 a.m. Eastern time. We got 5 minutes to go. Did not happen last 2 days. Ever since Jane Street was sued, it's stopped. Let's see. Oh, was that only 4? Okay, the 5th would probably be like Sui then. I thought that was 5. Would you like to buy Rivian R2? Is it as good as people say? I've never test driven one, so I don't know. It's a smaller version of the R1. It looks good. It looks really good. I just feel like a lot of these pure EV companies are not gonna survive. Like Rivian, I just don't see them surviving. They will probably spin off their electric commercial vehicles for Amazon because Amazon's invested in them, but like their normal cars, I just don't see they could sell enough to survive. Will I be competing in the amateur tournament tomorrow? I don't know. I'm thinking about it. A lot of people enjoy watching and predicting because we have a lot of events around on Clash Picks around the tournaments. We had a pro tournament yesterday. A lot of people really enjoyed that. So the only reason why I do it is because of that. What's interesting? What's interesting on Clash Picks? What's ending soon? We have an ending soon button right here. We got a lot of hockey games, a lot of NBA games. Those are the ones that are all ending today. Like every single NHL and NBA game. Not every single one, but like we have a lot of them. What else is ending? We got a couple weekly closes. Well, I'll be honest, a lot of people don't make predictions on like weekly closes of these big companies like Apple, Tesla, S&P. We got a little bit on, largest company at the end of February, second largest, third largest. I mean, like right now, everyone thinks it's going to be Nvidia, right? So for the number one, probably not going to change. But number 2 and 3, Apple and Google, they're like neck and neck. So that could be interesting play. That's expiring in a couple of days. You got some soccer stuff, core PPI, and then we got some longer stuff about Clash, like the tournaments for tomorrow. Like, will there be more than 70 participants? Will I get 20 plus wins? Hopefully. Hopefully we could add some more like TV shows. We got Beast Games on here, but I think that's settled. I didn't finish it yet, so I don't know who won. But there's some Oscar stuff. We're gonna get a whole bunch of TV shows. I know people love their TV shows. I don't really watch a whole lot of TV, but we're gonna get more events on here. And then of course the crypto stuff. Will Bitcoin close with a green weekly this week? What about ETH? What about Bitmine buying more ETH next week? That's an interesting one. That's an interesting one. I don't know why there's 2 of them. Interesting. I don't know why there's 2 of them. We should probably close one of them. We're coming up. Look at it. It's 10 a.m. 10 a.m. and we're recovering a little bit. Or we go see another dump. Oh, Hell's Kitchen. That would be a good one. Do people still watch Hell's Kitchen? He does so many like cooking shows. Master Chef. Um, I don't know what other ones. Kitchen Nightmares. I don't know if he still does that. He has a lot of TV shows. Yeah, I think we're past 10. We're 10:01 now. There's no dumping. We actually recovered a little bit from a few minutes ago. I think Jane Street's. I think the last few days kind of proved that it is Jane Street, although it's still alleged. Uh, it's alleged that they did it, but I mean, I don't know. It just seems like all of a sudden they get sued and then it stops, and then now they delete their entire timeline. Um, so you know, you put the pieces together. What new advertisement is coming for a Clash? You tell me. What would be good advertising? I did an interview with B in Crypto last week. You can actually find a video on my webs on this on CryptosRUs, but they're going to do a ton of articles around it in all different in like 17 countries, 17 languages. So that could be good exposure. Being crypto is pretty big. Have I heard of ERC 8001? No. It just sounds like a new standard or something. Hopefully not a project. Yeah, app on smartphones, that's already being worked on, but there are other upgrades that we're going to get through first. Um, and then we'll concentrate on that. There's other things too. There are a lot of things being worked on behind the scenes that people don't really realize. A lot of great things. Oh, and we totally revamped our main website, our Clash website too. So if you go to georgeplaysclashroyale.com or this new domain name clash.rocks, this is our new website, completely redone. Play, predict, win. It tells you exactly what Clash is about, Clash picks, tournaments, and a token. Prediction markets for everyone, built for everyone, where reputations are made. If you want to join tournaments, you could join, check schedule, you could watch. Obviously, with Clash picks, I've been showing it, you can launch it. The token, all the exchanges, but also contract address, how to get it, and then follow our socials. This is the new webpage. I think it looks awesome. Club with Supercell, I think we're way too small for that. We're way too small for them to pay attention. I mean, a lot of creators are actually really pissed off at Supercell for all the changes they've been making. they're trying to change. They went down the road where everything was super, super like paid to win, but now they're changing it back. They weren't recognizing the creators. Now they're trying to. I don't know if it's enough because some of the biggest creators just kind of like stopped streaming, but we'll see. We'll see. Right now, the future is really growing Clash picks. The gaming side, the tournament side is great. We're still onboarding new pros, new players. It's fun, but it's not going to be nearly advantageous as growing Clash picks because the market is just so much bigger. How do you deal with people who want to promote a project in Collab on X? I ignore them. They're all marketers. No, none of them are true partnerships. They all are basically asking for money to get promoted. Which, honestly, if it works, I would consider it. But most of these guys on X, they're all botted. Everything that they do, all the views, all their followers, all botted. None of them are real engagement. So, no, not going to be paying for that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all those messages are asking you to pay. So if it's like a real legit person, then send them, to our official X. But um, I looked at all the messages. They're all just marketers, fake marketers with fake views, and I ignore all of them. Yeah, it's weird. Yesterday was such a green day. You had a big, nice bounce. And then today is like red. Led by Nvidia, of all companies. Why? No reason for that. Nvidia's down 4%. The good news is, look at it. Coinbase is about to flip green. They're barely down, 0.2% down. MicroStrategy looks like wants to flip to green. And Robinhood already is green. So these three really are indicators of what Wall Street's doing. So the fact that Robinhood's going up, Coinbase is about to flip, and MicroStrategy probably going to flip, that's a really good sign that Wall Street is like, we're buying. Things are too cheap to ignore. We're going to buy. That's really good. That's really good. So we could see definitely a good comeback with Bitcoin and crypto if that happens. If we start seeing them flip to the green. ERC 8001 is an AI agent framework. It is some sick new tech. I don't know. AI agents are thrown around so much. I'm not too thrilled until I see them in crypto actually do something good. In fact, I do have a secret side project for Clash that involves AI that's actually really practical and doable, not over promising anything, but I'm going to have someone develop it, and then we'll probably token lock it for Clash holders. But if we are successful at it, it'll be better than every other AI model there is, or AI assistant. I'm not going to share more than that, but it's actually pretty simple. But it's something that I've searched for and I can't find. No one has developed it for some reason. Seems like it would be pretty easy to develop, but no one has it. So we're going to develop it. Circle stock, just not interesting to me. It's not interesting. They're all about, how much how much fees they collect from USDC and all that stuff. I much rather pay attention to like Coinbase or Robinhood. No, it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with making selections or making predictions on Clash Picks. It's totally separate. We could adopt it to do other things, but when it comes out, you guys will get it. And it's super simple. It's just like, it makes sense, but no one else does it. And this idea came out of because like I brainstorm ideas nonstop for Clash Picks every single day. And this idea came out of that. So sometimes, you know, you just gotta do. And when you do, it gives you new challenges, but also new ways of thinking and new ideas. And, you know, you never know, right? That's what I do. You know, I just push forward and I figure it out on the fly. I never sit down and try to plan a million things and a million contingencies and then do it, because I feel like if you do it that way, you're not gonna get it all right anyways, and it's just slowing you down, and then you're just like, and then you end up just not doing anything. The best for me, at least, is just to go do it. You go make mistakes, learn from it, and then move on and just keep going. That's how I do things. I like this idea though, this AI idea. We'll see. We'll see when it gets done, how much you guys like it. All right, guys, that is it. Overall, Jane Street stopped dumping, but today not looking good. US market is down, so Bitcoin is coming down with it. But let's see if we can see a reversal if some of these some crypto-related stocks turn. Looks like they do want to turn, but US market is kind of weak today. All right, guys, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys later tonight. All right, have a good one. Take care.